Mom waters the stone every single day. She says if she waters it 50,000 times, the stone will grant her any wish she wants. But I didn't believe her. I grabbed a crowbar and smashed the stone. Then I lifted it up myself. The villagers pressed their palms together and prayed sincerely. I carried the stone to the waterfall and told Mom this way we could water it 50,000 times in an instant. Suddenly a mask fell at my feet. From that day on, I couldn't stop staring at it. One day I drew the face behind the mask in the sand. I felt something in my heart, so I ran toward the top of the waterfall. When I got there, I saw a fairy covered in colorful butterflies. I leaped toward her, but the moment I grabbed a branch, she vanished. I climbed up against the waterfall for 3 days and 3 nights without stopping. At last, I made a bow and arrow from branches and shot toward the mountaintop. The arrow pierced through a tall tree and stuck there. I finally reached the summit. The fairy was right in front of me. Just as I reached out to touch her, she turned into butterflies and flew away. I searched the forest for her trace. Then I heard a scream and ran toward it. A girl rushed out of the woods. Her running posture was strangely graceful, right behind her. A group of soldiers came charging. She was being hunted. I decided to be the hero and save her. When the soldiers were about to catch up, she shouted a mysterious spell. A sword suddenly appeared in the air. She grabbed it and pierced through a soldier's body. Then all the other soldiers fell. Turns out there were hidden archers in the trees. In an instant, the soldiers were wiped out. To catch that girl, I set a trap and lured her in. Soon she fell right into it. I went over happily to check, but then a sword touched my back. Somehow she had already gotten behind me. Her blade went straight into my body. I shouted that I loved her and held her tight. We rolled down from the snowy mountain all the way to the grassland. She tried to stab me again. I flipped backward and tore off her sleeve. She turned around and saw me holding her lost mask. Finally, she believed I had come from the mountain just for her. She hugged me with tears in her eyes, but she still had to save the princess. She knocked me out and left alone, but not long after something went wrong. A soldier threw a net and caught her alive. When they tried to hurt her, I showed up in time. Seeing more soldiers coming, I pushed over a huge boulder. It blocked their path, but the impact triggered an avalanche. I ripped off a strip of bark and slid down the mountain with her. Just as the snow was about to bury us alive, a cliff appeared ahead. We barely made it out alive. Soon I arrived at the royal palace, where workers were putting up a giant statue of the king. One of the slaves slipped, and that small mistake set off a chain reaction.